Welcome to the new season of the GAB. I am Gabby Johnson, CEO of FitFab and WellTube and Your Town Tube. Melissa.
And I am Melissa Tenzer, the CEO of Dress for Success, Central New Jersey, and Melissa Tenzer Enterprises. So glad to be here.
And today we have Ty coming with us on the set. Ty.
I'm happy to be back as a part of the GAB, excited to be here and excited about all the adventures we've been on together.
That is right. So springtime, beginning of the summer, we are working on our garden and we had an absolutely blast time.
We really did. We went to Fernbrook Farm, which was so amazing. It's a 230-acre farm, and we met Larry Kuser, and he took us on that golf cart. How much fun was that?
That was the
we
best.
just toured the 230 acres and had the best day. We were planting trees, kind of. It's not the season, but we really, really got a full feel of everything they do and how vast that farm is. And it's such a great, great resource for the community. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. But first, let's see a little clip of what we've learned.
Yes.
Take this usually in July, we take this cutting.
Wow.
Because these are new branches that are starting to come. This branch will come out like out here. It'll come 10, 12 inches.
So he'll know.
So then we cut that off in July, put that in the greenhouse. By September or so, it'll have roots on it. Sits in the greenhouse because it's too tender to be outside for the winter. Now these trees, for 2 years, it'll sit in the pot. And then,
wow, before you bring it out here.
Then we bring it out here, and this has been here probably 3 years now. So this is only 5 years.
Out of
Look at
here.
that.
Wow.
That's beautiful.
So this little thing, this root here,
Right.
will become this.
Yes,
Get out of here.
absolutely. So what we got to do is when it's small like this, you clip all of these off on the side, and you pick one, and you put a stick next to it, a stake.
Almost teaching it to go up.
Goes straight, and anything goes sideways, you clip it off, and then you make it straight. And that's all done by hand. Somebody has to go in there probably once every 3 or 4 weeks.
So you can take this piece right now and
Not now, no, wrong time of year.
okay,
It's
July.
all timing, it's all about timing.
The emotional health of horticulture.
There is something about
There is
putting
something
your
about
hands
it.
dirty.
What's interesting is the research that I'm familiar with is urban situations. So when you're planting trees, and we've been involved for years planting trees in Camden, Newark, Patterson, Elizabeth, Jersey City situation. New Jersey Tree Foundation has been instrumental in planting a lot of trees, and they get community people to plant the trees. So right away, you've involved the community people. They now have pride in their neighborhood.
Like when you visit somebody at the hospital, you know, you do bring them a plant or flowers because it has that healing power.
It does.
And this
it's amazing.
farm is one of the uniqueness about this farm is that healing power and the educational that you provide behind learning how to heal through plants and trees. Our takeaway from this journey was amazing. Not only we talk about the healing power of the trees and the shrub, but we had such a wonderful time.
Yes.
Ty, you were with your
My tie was
around your
You were
head.
feeling it, definitely.
You saw the sleeves were rolled up.
Yes.
It was
Ready to
really
dig.
it was a really good time out there.
It was a great time, and
It really was.
but the amazing thing about this farm is everything they do about replanting the trees in the urban area.
Oh, I think that's amazing. They were talking about how they would line these cities that really needed to have nature and how healing it was for the residents to just have a street that just was concrete, and then they lined it with these beautiful trees, and it helped with everything from kids playing outside more and just feeling like they live in a beautiful community. And what I thought was really great too is when we had our visit, they had the education center there with all of the children, and they're teaching from a young age how important farms are to their lifestyles and to the community.
And the kids were homeschooled.
Yes,
right?
yes.
So that
was there.
They run like a camp there where they kind of teach kids
right.
how to interact with nature and the importance of different things. And he told a story about the caterpillar and how it's so important for trees to be healthy, for us looking at nature from a big perspective. You need those small little bugs and animals to kind of make it so that trees can grow and be healthy. I really like that.
I like that
did.
story. That was a
Yeah.
great takeaway.
It was-
We try to get rid of all of the insects.
Yeah, you try to get rid of them, but we need them.
We need
Yeah.
them, and the way he described it
pretty
was such a
enlightening.
great takeaway.
That
Yeah.
was a great takeaway. I also like the takeaway about when he talked about the roots of the tree and how we don't consider about if you need to remove a tree,
yeah.
what is the impact of those roots on all the other trees that around it.
Yes.
That was kind of an amazing takeaway. And he's quite a character, meaning
He really was. He really was.
Larry is all about, what he's doing and how proud he is to carry that generation from
Yes.
generation.
He has a family legacy. Like
Yes.
his family's been doing that for I think since the 1800s, and I thought that was pretty amazing how they moved from one farm to another, and they just gotten bigger over the years.
Right.
And he actually said that, the 200 acres, he said that they also utilize another 300, if you remember. He said
did,
it's about-
230 right there and another
and then
300
another.
throughout the
So it's like over
community.
500 acres,
Yeah,
which
and
is
I
really
think,
impressive.
Yeah, the cycle of the trees that they have the big greenhouse there was just so amazing to me. So you look, okay, you plant a tree and that's it, but they actually take off the branches they described and put it in the greenhouse for a long
like
time
little
for that to
babies.
grow. And so, and that they have the in there. So, after the segment, people were talking about, wow, I had my wedding there. And a lot of
Yeah,
people
that's
got
right.
married there, and there's a lot of great history to that inn, which is just phenomenal. It's just a gorgeous place to be. And the cherry trees, I mean, that's my favorite kind of tree.
Yes. I
We got
remember the
lots
two
of
of you.
pictures.
Which
So
one?
Yes.
the pretty pink.
pretty
I'm just-
pink
The pretty pink,
is the
that's what he
official
called
color,
it.
too.
And that Larry Kuser, with how busy he is, to take that time.
Yes.
He's very friendly with our producer,
Show us
April
all
Setti, to
around.
take that time, half a day, to really have us have that understanding. Where else would you get that except for on the GAB? Where else?
Right.
Where else?
I got to go back. I mean, I just really, it was so much. I want to go back and
That's right. You're
just
going to
kinda
be
learn even
planting
more.
a whole tree line on your
That's what we're
property,
talking
right?
about.
Ty, you
I'm
have a
looking to
cell
do that.
phone. You were working it. You're like, can I call you directly
I
to
need
get
to
my
know
trees and my
who's
fence?
the person, right?
No, that's great.
So, but talking about nature, meaning how conscientious we are into our own little world, like into your garden. I know you, by example, I have like that big property, and you're really in tune with your environment in your house.
Yes.
So what do you do, during the springtime? Do you do anything different?
Yeah, I do a lot. So during the springtime, I'm excited because many years ago when I moved in my house 22 years ago, I planted a lot of trees, a lot of cherry trees, a lot of rose bushes. Now I'm reaping the rewards of 9 cherry trees throughout my property.
wow.
And they bloom for such a short time period. But when that
Yes.
happens, right around my birthday, I get so excited about it.
Yeah, that is
But for
exciting.
many years, I also plant a garden. And I do veggies as well. So I do asparagus and I do lettuce and I do tomatoes. And last year was the only year I got a little lazy. I was busy with work coming out of COVID. But this year I already started
You're back
digging
at
and
it.
mulching it. And it's really fenced in. It has a white picket fence, as you probably saw, so
Right.
that the deer don't get to it.
That's
And we
nice.
have
Yeah.
the stakes, and we even do like all kinds of,
I learned that new about you, Melissa. I didn't know you were so into the
tune.
earth and gardening.
Yes.
I thought it was pretty impressive.
And that is also
Thank you, Ty.
that is
I want to do that myself. So maybe I'll just come see you for some tips and
Yeah, absolutely. I love having
Some
visitors, as
tips.
Gabby knows, right?
Yes, yeah. I think that is also the power of healing, meaning when you put your hands in the dirt, right, and you start, cleaning up your gardens and making things all ready for spring, and then you do have those first sprout coming out and those blooming flowers. It's exciting, but it's
Yeah.
therapeutical. But also meaning choosing the right tree, shrub, and plant depending where you are, and how to attract those caterpillars, how to attract those bugs. Meaning we are so quick in, like you say, you know, to kill everything.
Yes, and we talked a little bit about birds as well when we were there.
Oh yeah, that's
And
right.
I have 8 birdhouses on my property,
were talking
and the
about that.
insects are so important in the trees. So I don't use any chemicals to spray. I just want it to be natural. I do mulch, but I don't do anything that's going to harm just to get rid of weeds, because that's really bad for the environment. It's bad for the insects, and it's bad for the birds, who then are going to, to eat those insects, and they're going to be all sprayed up. It's not good. It's not good.
It is funny that you point out the bird thing, because I love birds. We watch birds through the windows since Sean was like a tiny little kite. But I did not realize the impact that they really have on your property and how important it is. So this year, I am going to put a lot of birds feeders.
That's what we were talking about with Larry. He was mentioning
so you get
that.
the feeders, and then you have the houses. So I have some bird feeders where they can get the food, and then you have houses. And even this year, we have 3 new families in these houses that I've had for years, and I talked about that. I have some newer ones, and I have some older ones, because you can never get rid of them, because you know the families are coming,
and they're going to come back
stay
for it
years to come, and they're going to come back, and it's a new
and you got to watch the
generation
squirrels.
of birds.
Watch the squirrels to
The
keep them out of the bird feeder.
Oh, those.
They get to the feeder sometimes. They do.
They
get
try
a
to
little,
get to the feeder.
I think also the easiest way, if you don't have a green thumb, is start with an herb garden.
Yes.
An herb garden, because then you can have
Good
your
idea.
thyme, your basil, your rosemary, and you can use it right there to cook with it, on your tea.
And I do love the cook.
You should, and you love to.
Yes,
you
that's
can buy
my
them
thing.
small already. You don't have to do it from
I've
the
seen
seeds,
it.
as you
Yes.
know. You can have them where they're already sprouting out, and then you can just put them in the windows and put them in nice pots and have them around. And that's what people do that are starting out. That's how I started many years ago, to say, I don't have time to do a whole garden. Let me just have them, the seeds, have them sprout out, and then have them in the window. And then I loved it so much, I brought it outside in a smaller capacity and then built from there. So we all can do a little something.
Yeah,
And
I've
it's
done it
great for
once
cooking.
Yes.
with mint leaves.
That's
So I have a mint.
beautiful.
That's the only one I have, but I
Mint
should
tea.
I
should
saw
take
that
your
you-
advice and
Yes.
expand that, because
I
I
saw
am a
that you
cooker.
bought something recently, right, for your
Yeah,
garden?
rosemary.
Yes.
But before we go to our next segment, I think that it's important to say that you do need to shop to your farm, to your local farm, and you do need to support those farms that are around our community. Because without them, then that ecosystem is going to be broken.
Yes.
And so we invite all of you to really shop local and go to your farmer, gather some produce, and stop to your farmer and start growing your own plants.
Yes,
Right?
yes. It's
Don't
very
be afraid to
exciting.
visit Larry.
We all can have
right.
a little
It's a
green
great
thumb. It
place.
doesn't take much.
Yeah,
Thank
for
you,
sure.
Larry Kuser, for everything you've done at Fernbrook. And that's in Chesterfield, New Jersey. So
Yes.
Very local, very close.
Very nearby.
local.
Yes, absolutely. So our next segment will be the brand Extravaganza. So stay tuned.
Welcome back to the GAB. I'm actually pretty excited about this segment here. We have brand Extravaganza. We have some items here that we know would be a great benefit for some folks. And I want to ask Gabby, what is brand Extravaganza all about?
Yes, so brand Extravaganza is your opportunity to put your product on the GAB and have the GAB review your products. So Melissa.
So today on Brand Extravaganza, we have Elemis. It is a company from the UK, and they internationally sell these great products. But what they did for Dress for Success Worldwide is they donated thousands of products to Dress for Success and to our women
That's
in youth.
excellent.
And so they come into our programs, they come into all of our locations internationally, and they get these products for free. So that's really
Excellent.
amazing.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
For free.
For free. But today, we are going to really
Yes.
display these products and talk a little bit about them. So we have 3
Yes.
products here, and I'm going to start with Ty to talk a little bit about what you have there.
Well,
Yes.
I actually have a Superfood veggie mask. And I was looking at the ingredients. It's so cool that they're all natural ingredients. We have some avocado, we have some broccoli, we have kale. It is great for hydration and brightening of the skin. And what I really like about it is it actually says you only need to use this twice a week for 10 minutes. So you can get that luscious, bright look in your face and not have to deal with a lot of maintenance like every night or every morning.
And it's for all
really
skin
great.
tones. So
And it's for
great.
all
It's
skin
it's
tone,
for
that's
men,
right.
It's for women, it's for everyone.
There you
go.
So let me
Nice.
see.
Oh,
Nice.
it smells like a spa too.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful.
I love it.
It's beautiful.
I wanna thank them so much.
Excellent.
Beautiful. So what is it saying? Nourishing and it's
Yes.
very nice.
Very
So
nice,
it's
very
very
smooth.
very nice.
Prebiotic
Gabby.
green mask.
Yes.
How about you? What do you have? What product do you
Absolutely.
have there?
So what do I have? I have Superfood Blackcurrant Jelly Exfoliator. So this actually comes before yours.
Oh.
So you start your skin nice and clean.
You do?
Yes. And then you use an exfoliator to fluff off all those dead cells.
Yes.
Right? And basically this has blackcurrant. So probably really good for your
And jelly
circulation.
too. We have jelly.
And let's see. Ooh, all right.
Have some jelly in there. That's beautiful.
Yes.
Grape tea. Beautiful.
Green tea?
Smells great. Smells great.
Smells
Elemis
great.
is known for skin wellness, proven results.
Yes.
It's unbelievable. And your skin just feels so beautiful afterwards. So
Right.
it's
Feels
just an amazing
refreshed.
product. It's fresh.
Yeah.
So I have the green tea mist, which what this does is it has aloe in it, has a lot of water, but it really sets, after you do the whole system, it sets your face to be
Okay.
able to settle it down, hydrate it, and give you that beautiful glow.
Nice.
So I have the product here, and I want to just say,
A little mint.
and the key
Bring it
is
my way.
the key is you need to close your eyes. They say, if not, you will have to go to the emergency room. Ready, Ty? Close your eyes.
Oh,
And
wow, that
smell
smells
that. Isn't
good.
that amazing? So
That
again,
is-
it's
That
just the
smells
final
great.
touches to all of the beautiful products that they have from the UK. What a wonderful giving company to donate all these products to Dress for Success internationally.
Can I
So
ask,
happy.
is it like, does it have any like relaxing components? Because just that mist, it
I
kind of
think
makes
just
you
the-
feel like you can also
know,
like
and the
relax
aroma,
a little
the
bit.
aroma
Yes,
inside
it's like,
of it, the aroma inside of it, all of the products have that's relaxing.
Yeah.
It just is a beautiful aroma throughout their whole line that's so relaxing with Elemis.
And I
so great
think
in
that
your
is a
face.
good
It's good.
point, Ty, to, that ritual that you can
Yes.
create on a weekly basis is like, going to the farm, planting your trees, putting your shrub in your garden or your herbs, and then, just relaxing with a cup of
Take
tea
care of yourself.
and taking care of yourself. It is
Yeah.
all about that renewal.
It is.
And
Wellness.
talking about
De-stressing.
talking about renewal, I think that we had Melissa coming to yoga.
Oh,
This is a rarity.
that's right.
It
That's
really
right.
is.
I want to hear
went
it.
to see, so I'll tell you my experience. I'm not a relaxed person, as we all know. When I garden, I'm a little relaxed, but I'm a little frantic as well to get it done.
Spray her again
But
with it.
exactly, I
Yes.
need a little
She
spray.
need a little bit
but going
more, yeah.
to Hula Studios and having Gabby actually relax me in the studios. It was a smaller group, so there wasn't a lot of attention on me, which was great because when you do something new, you don't want to be pointed out like your
Yes.
leg needs to go this different way. The reason why I haven't done it is because people really pointed out too much because I'm not an expert. I just wanted to relax, enjoy Gabby. And Gabby
All
is
right.
so wonderful in leading the class that she says all of these inspirational things as you're stretching. And it's just
Yes.
made me feel so good about myself. And I'm like, hearing these great quotes, and I'm stretching, and I know that I'm doing something good for my body. So it was an amazing experience for me. You're such a great teacher. I told you I was going to come one
The
day.
voice.
I told you I was gonna-
I'm
the
sure her
is
voice
very
is very-
soothing. It is just like these
Yes.
products, very
Just kinda
soothing.
Very
relaxing.
Talk to us a little bit about the poses that you made me do. There was so many different poses. I never moved in that direction before.
Absolutely. So, you know, preparing for the spring, what do we all want is a six-pack ab, right?
That's true.
That is
That's absolutely true.
So we incorporated different poses. One of the pose was the boat.
Yes.
Okay, where you
boat.
the boat where you extend your legs and arm in a V shape, and you hold that for a certain amount of time. And then we also went into the chair, where you stand and then you sit. You pretend to sit like you're sitting into a chair, but it's no chair. So you need to hold this. So basically, this
that's
will
core.
that is
For your
all the core. So if you need a little exercise for your core, do lots of boats and lots of chairs, and that will really define that core section of your body.
So how did I
like
hold
that.
up in class? Did I
You
do okay?
did awesome.
I'm
She was
competitive, so I tried to
natural.
keep up with the group. So.
A total natural, and you should implement this now that you have received that yoga mat.
Yes, so then Gabby
Right.
came to my house and
Okay.
she gave me for my birthday a yoga mat. It's
All
pink,
right.
it's beautiful, it has a tree on it. It's incorporating everything we're talking about today.
That's
it has
right.
a tree
Excellent.
on it, it's pink,
Yes.
look, it was just amazing. So I've been using it
Right.
online, and I'm watching a YouTuber and just
All right.
exercising for 10 minutes in the morning before I start my day. And it is
That's
really
right.
relaxing.
So can I ask a question, Gabby?
Yes.
Melissa had a wonderful time at the studio.
Yes.
Haven't been there. Who are these classes for?
Yes.
Actually,
Who
for
can take these courses?
anyone, an adult. So
Okay.
it is not open to children, but for the adult, any adult from all genders. And you don't
Okay.
necessarily, the misconception of yoga is that, oh my God, if I never did yoga before, then I will never be able to do it.
Okay.
I think that you need to go and have the experience of doing yoga and see where you land. And then you are going to choose the format because it's like driving a car, right? You have
Right.
different brands depending how you like to drive.
Okay.
So in yoga is the same thing where, you have different style of yoga depending what you really want to work on. So
Okay.
then you choose your style, like a menu at the restaurant.
So,
Yep.
so I
You choose
will,
your
I will get a
Yes.
few pointers from Gabby
Yeah,
about
we should go together.
how to
The
get in
GABsters
that
should
chair
go together. I
position.
think that would be really fun. And there's all different types of mat. The bamboo
Yes.
is one that's really
So being
environmentally
more-
friendly.
Being more eco-friendly in question of choosing your mat, absolutely. But the cleansing of your mat is very easy. And I think we have a recipe that comes up. You can do your own witch hazel, a little
Okay.
bit of water, and then drop a little bit of essential oil. It's so easy to do. You don't need to spend an arm and a leg. You can spray your mat, and that
Excellent.
is what is good for you. But I want to close with the retreat. Yes, the yoga retreat.
Tell us about the
Oh,
retreat
yeah.
you're going to.
Leaving tomorrow with actually the group of Kula Yoga and Fitness,
Wonderful.
and we are going to Everett, PA, and we are going to a 3 or 4 days yoga retreat. If you never tried a retreat, contact me. I will point you out to great places.
That's
Awesome.
amazing. They did invite me to go, but I thought that
Yeah.
was too quick.
Yes.
I said next
You still
year.
need a
Next
few more
year. I need a few more
classes
practice classes
get ready.
before I do a retreat. So thank you for that invite.
Thank you. And we invite you all to reach out to us for helping us to brand your product. And thank you for watching, Melissa.
Absolutely. So our next segment is going to
thank
be
you to
Robert
Element.
Stack from Community Options, and we can't wait to hear about this pioneer that's done so much great work. He's written a book, and he will be here next. So stay tuned. Welcome back to the GAB. We want to talk today about walking the talk. And we have Robert Stack, who is in the community doing wonderful work. He is the president and CEO of Community Options. It is a nonprofit that has been nationwide and has been around for 34 years. We have some community option volunteers that come into Dress for Success, and we're going to show a little clip before we talk to Robert. Watch. We are here at the Dress for Success boutique, and we're with Community Options. They have a STEP program, which is amazing. They bring their consumers here all through the school year to learn life skills and work skills. And we have Maya and we have Stephen with us here today.
Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you for being here.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit more about the program and what the guys get out of Dress for Success.
Yeah, no, Dress for Success has been an awesome partner for us, and pretty much they come here and they get to try different tasks and to work on their employability skills. So we range for everywhere from stocking, sorting, folding clothes, so just getting that experience that they could also transition into maybe like a retail experience or even like an office setting.
It's all about workforce development, so
Yes.
we're really glad they're learning the skills here. And it's 3 days a week, so we have different consumers coming in, which is great. We are here with Justin from Community Options. Tell us, Justin, what you like about coming to Dress for Success, learning life skills and work skills. Tell us about your experience here. Think about that, Justin.
It's so helpful when I also hang clothes neatly because I don't want to wrinkle anything.
You do a good job with that, and all of your friends here from Community Options, you do a great job. Are you going to do that today? We have prom dresses that we're going to hang up.
Yeah.
So that's going to be fun.
Yeah.
We thank you for your volunteerism.
Yeah.
Alex, do you like working here with us
Yes,
and
I
volunteering?
still like working here.
Good.
Yes.
What's your favorite part about it?
My favorite part about the program is to work these clothes in alphabetical order.
Good, good. And you do a good job. How about the prom dresses? Aren't they wonderful today?
Look, they're bright colors too.
Yeah, thank you for being here. You did a good job putting those on the hangers. Now, Maya, tell us a little bit about you. I know that you just got promoted to a new job. Tell us what that entails and how that's going to help this program.
So I recently got promoted as a program manager from a job coach, and with this new entitlement, I'll be looking after the program of Step 21 and looking for what other things that they can do and what more exposures they could get in this volunteer work. And also we continue the service with Dress for Success.
What a great video. Robert Stack is here, and this STEP program is so instrumental to so many students. And I met Robert many years ago, and you were very instrumental, of course, in starting this program. Everything for housing for people with disabilities, as well as workforce, is so important to you in starting the company many years ago. Talk a little about the clip that we just saw in the program, and then a little bit more about you, Robert, and all of the good work that you're doing in the community.
Well, the video is STEP. So STEP stands for School to Employment Program. So it's based on the fact that we place people into a workplace for Dress for Success, which is a fantastic place for them to work. And the most exciting part is that they learn all of the skill sets that they would learn in any kind of a job. So they come from the school that they're in, and we take them to an establishment like Dress for Success, and they learn all of the things that they would need to learn in a job.
And they're amazing. What great personalities they have. It's just so unbelievable. I know that Gabby has a question for you.
Yes, absolutely. I have a few friends that I know that do have the challenge to, raise a child that has that challenge, in particular autism. And I'm very curious about what are the biggest challenge for the family to raise a child with autism.
Well, the word autism, people don't realize this, comes from the Greek word autos, meaning turning inward. So people with autism, they have a tendency to be more introverted and not able, and they process things without coming out. The greatest challenge most parents have is being able to understand that there are a tremendous amount of opportunities for them. We found that there's a direct relationship between your level of loneliness and your disability. And the more that we can figure out how to get people involved in other things, the better off we are. Gabby, we all work for money,
Yes.
but we also work to feel good about what we do.
Yes.
We work to meet other people, to establish relationships. Everyone meets their friends through work. They meet a lot of other individuals in the community, and that's what parents need to do, is to establish that their child can and could work if they want to.
That's really a good point. And I think the brotherhood of seeing the guys coming to the office and the friendship that they form, not just with each other, but with their counselors. And they're learning how to work, but they're learning life skills and they're enjoying doing it. So we're just pleased to have that partnership. And I know you have so many partners, nationwide that you're working with. And that's just really simply amazing. Good work.
Thank you. That's something that you and I were talking about earlier before, and I was trying to figure out like where your organization is held. Can you tell us a little bit about, how large it is? Because I was very impressed with where you are, where you're established, and how long you've been around.
How many employees as well?
Yeah, well, I started Community Options with a group of friends, and it's a nonprofit organization, and we started it in Bordentown, New Jersey in 1989.
Where we are today. That's amazing.
And I started it from my kitchen table.
Wow.
I used to answer the wall phone with they'd say, is Robert Stack there? And I'd say, please hold, let me see.
Make yourself seem bigger in the beginning, right? I love that point.
To give the impression there were a lot of people.
Good move.
So we started from there, and fast forward to today. We're in 11 states. We have about 650 small homes. Our mission is to develop housing and employment for people with severe disabilities.
Oh.
And we also are in 50 cities, and we have literally 5,600 employees. So it's grown a lot, and our payroll's grown a lot. From writing your own checks to paying people to having a large company, it's been phenomenal.
That is awesome. I would like to go back to that point that you say, because it's intriguing to me, that those child are really have a difficulty to express because they are within. And, as you have heard earlier, we talked about yoga, and this is what we do in yoga is actually we are trying to go within and instead of being so much out there. So for me, that contrast of trying to learn the reverse is impressive to me. So what are the tools out there to bring that out?
It's a matter of just interacting and interfacing with others. You learn so much from just the people that you're with, and to be accepted by everyone. Everyone wants other people to like them. And I think that if the children, as they grow up, can figure out how to develop a skill set and feel good about something, it's wonderful. We have so many jobs that people can do, and I think that's the other thing parents have to know. We have a fellow who he can't read. And he really has trouble speaking. But what he does is he shreds documents for an attorney, and he doesn't compromise the integrity of the confidentiality.
Right. Yes, absolutely.
Perfect fit.
So we try to fit the right person for the right job, and he loves coming to the work. And just like the fellow in the video who doesn't want to wrinkle the clothes.
Yes, that was
amazing.
awesome. It's
He's
like,
amazing.
That was his highest task was let's not put any wrinkle.
And he's very particular. It's very particular in the repetition of the tasks that he does. Let me ask you this. A lot of times people talk that if somebody has some disabilities that the parents and you want to be able to provide lifetime of services. Does Community Options, obviously you have the group homes as people age out, is it a type of organization where you look at somebody from when they're young through their lifespan to be able to try to have services in all different sectors, or is it really a particular individual age that you focus on at Community Options?
It's the whole gamut. Unfortunately, there are some children who can't stay with their parents, and sometimes foster programs don't work, but we're here for that. And so we try to work very hard with the families to make sure that we can keep them at home if possible. And so we cover all of the gamut from age birth all the way up till they get to be old.
Wow.
Yes.
I had another question about, when we had a conversation earlier today, and you were saying how you actually own like property to help with the work that you do for those that you're trying to provide work for. Tell us a little bit about like the property and the real estate and things that you use to be almost self-sustaining.
One of the work centers, right?
Yeah, there's a few things. First of all, we have what's called Daily Planet. where your business is the center of our universe.
Ooh,
I like
that.
So you can rent a small office, and all of the people with disabilities provide the infrastructure, and they all get paid minimum wage or better, and the rents are used to pay them.
Is that on Alexander? That's on Alexander Road,
Yes,
correct?
that's
Oh, I've been there. I actually have been there.
Where is it?
We gotta
It's
go
right on
there.
Alexander Road in Princeton. I have been there myself, matter of
Excellent.
fact. Probably on the tour with you many years ago. So it rang a bell with me.
So I want to come back to you talked about children that you need to place in foster house eventually sometime, because it is a commitment to the family. Meaning you cannot. It's not like when you have kids and you say, "Oh, they're 21, bye bye." You go on your own. This is a lifetime, And what is the spend?
That's a great question, and that's what parents have to understand is everyone gets older, and sometimes they're going to be, if they're taking care of their loved ones, someday they're not going to be able to. And they need to have an agency like Community Options that can help them do that. So we're there for them, and we try to get them jobs, and we try to get them places that are we have hundreds of homes throughout the state, throughout all of the states that we're in, but none of the homes are homes that I wouldn't live in myself.
Wow.
That's
Love that. I love that.
Okay.
Talk to me a little bit about the span of years. Obviously, with autism, there's been a lot of research and things that are changing, right? So you're hearing that it's caused from, all vaccines, and you're hearing that it comes from the parents. With all of the technology and all the things that are changing, how do you adjust your business to be able to kind of cover everything that's going on? Because for 34 years ago, it was a whole different world, right? And now there's so many more people that have autism at all different ages. So how do you adjust, over the years to keep up with what's relevant? I know there's a lot of research, but give us a little idea of that and how you stay relevant.
Well, we have a lot of people that work on our grants, and we have a lot of people that do a lot of research, but I also think it's important to mention that New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New York, they do have good public school systems, and they do a good job in working with the kids with disabilities who go to those public school systems. And I think that it's great for that, and we work with the public schools to make sure that they can go and leave the school during the day and go work at Dress for Success, or go in a place like that, or so that they have something to do. So that's very, very important.
That is such a good point, No Child Left Behind, because in past years they used to have a resource room that was separate, and now everybody's integrated. It's all inclusive, and that's a good point,
And
because then they can
resources.
leave to go get jobs and volunteer and do all of those other great things. That's wonderful.
Also, so that brings to the point of how early do you detect that your child has a challenge?
Well, again, a lot of it can be done with genetics, and a lot of it's done also when the baby is very young. There are a lot of signs that the pediatrician would be able to recognize, and that those issues. But there's a lot of kids that when they get a little bit older, all of a sudden language becomes an issue. They're not speaking, or there's warning signs or that tell you that there's some things that you have to look at. But it can happen on a variety of times.
Can I ask, so how would someone who may need your services, how could our audience or anyone who are needing service, how could they either get that service, or how can they support your organization? Do you look for that? You mentioned something about grants. How could someone support you?
Well, we're a nonprofit, and we've gotten a tremendous amount of wonderful philanthropy throughout the country. But I will tell you this: that anybody just goes on our website, Community Options, they can find us, and there's a waiting list. There's thousands of people on waiting lists in every state that we're in. So we try to help as many people as we possibly can.
Okay.
It was such a great time to have you with us today. What an awesome company and mission you are doing for our community. We wish you so much great luck.
Yes, thank you for being here today. We really appreciate everything you do.
And what was the website?
It's Community Options.
Just communityoptions.org.
It's comop.org.
All right.
Thanks for being here, Robert.
Thank
We
you very much.
appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the GAB, and here we have our hats on. Where are we going, Melissa?
We are going to the Kentucky Derby in Louisville, Kentucky. Started in 1875, and we have our hats and we're ready to go. A big thing is the Run of the Roses, they call it. So we are ready for it.
That's right. Do you know that the horse that win $1 million?
I didn't know it was that much. I know it's thoroughbreds that run in it, but I didn't know it was $1 million. That's a lot of money.
And the run is like so fast.
It is.
You blink and it's gone.
It's gone, right.
It is gone. Have you ever been gone?
I have never been. I love the hats and the style of it all, right? The display of it all. But
So
is it true
festive.
that they call that the purse?
Oh.
Why is it that the prize is
know.
called the purse? Is that because if I win, I got to give it right to my wife?
Yeah. I think that could be it.
might
She
be.
pulls the purse strings, right? Is that how that goes?
See why they named it the purse? All right.
But what is interesting is actually the hat came in fashion actually in the late 60s, I believe, and they are the significance of good luck. So bigger your hat,
The better.
bigger flowers and ornaments, and bigger luck. Apparently,
I have the best luck on
All
stage
right.
today because I have the biggest hat. So I'm excited
love
about that.
So I know our producer is going to go in Kentucky actually watching the race, and we wish her luck. But this segment is about what we do during our local events. Mother's Day is coming up, right?
Take off our hats.
Ooh, take up our hats.
Up here.
All right.
All right. So what are we doing for Mother's Day, and which kind of local events do we have?
So I think Mother's Day is so exciting, and we talked about with Robert Stack earlier that mothers that have children with disabilities, and they are mothers and have to nurture their kids for a lifetime. Like we
Right.
said, when they're 18, in most cases they don't leave the home. So kudos to those mothers on Mother's Day. And for me, I just really spend the time with my sisters, my mother, and my beautiful daughter, and we get together usually for brunch. Mostly at my house. Yes, because I love to entertain. And we just really tell stories and appreciate each other and have some good food and some good laughs. So I just very much enjoy that holiday. I have a great mother.
Nice.
She's like my therapist.
That's
Mary
good.
Jo, hi,
Mary Jo.
Yes.
She's one of the biggest GAB
Our biggest GAB fans.
It
Love
was
it.
so lovely to meet finally Mary Jo.
After all these years.
I
Yes.
know. Thank you for your support, Mary Jo. and you, Ty, you have a whole house of girls.
I know. I'm like surrounded. My wife, my daughter, my nieces. So I am going to try my best to entertain the ladies in my life for Mother's Day. I haven't done it before. My mother was away. She's back now. So I'm going to see what I can do to take them out for a mother's lunch. My aunts, my mother, my cousins, their sons were all like the same age, and so we always try and figure out a way to like, let's take them out and just spend the day with them and take them shopping and then take them out to eat.
So talking about shopping, is your wife or your daughter kind of gather different things to buy something for mom, like something different than the traditional flour and chocolate?
Not that I know of, but that's a great idea. I'll put that to them. Like they do the gift buying, right?
Okay.
Ladies
so
know what
adorable.
ladies like, so
She's
that might
adorable.
be good.
Do they dress up? Your daughter was
Yes.
so beautiful at the Halsey
Absolutely.
Foundation event. She just really spectacular in the way that she dresses. She's such a beautiful young lady.
She's a
So we were
fashionista.
glad to have her. She is a
Yeah.
fashionista.
She would love these hats, by the
I'm
way.
one, so I can tell when there's another one in the room. Definitely can tell when
That's
there's
right.
another one in the
Yeah.
room.
So what are you doing?
Well, I'm gonna get spoiled, of course.
Yes.
Oh,
You know, the two boys, my husband and my son. I'm probably gonna get spoiled, but I don't know. I'm the mom.
You didn't tell them what you want? Or are you going to make them work for it?
No, it's always a total surprise.
Oh, I
Do you
love
like that? Is surprise
I
good?
love it.
You love surprises.
I love it. Absolutely.
And as a woman, people say sometimes Mother's Day and Valentine's Day, it's so commercialized, but I can never get enough of it. It's always so important to respect and pay tribute to the people that are so
Yes.
important in your
Yeah.
life. Do you
That's
think
right.
it's gotten commercialized?
Well, I don't think you can say Mother's Day is commercialized because really it
No,
should be every
exactly.
day, and
Every day.
it's nothing wrong with like giving one day to make it even more special
I
than
agree,
every
Ty.
day,
I couldn't
you know?
agree with
That's
you more.
true.
Yeah,
Very
it's
true.
not- I wouldn't say that for Mother's Day.
So to all the moms out there, we are sending us our love to you.
Yeah.
Yes.
And have a great celebration wherever you are. And I love you, Mom.
Yes,
right.
appreciate it. Love you, Mom. We appreciate you.
Mother's Day, Mom.
That's but so we talked about farm and planting trees. Then we talked about natural skin cares and how good it is if you can put it on your skin and and eat it as well.
It has some edible ingredients, which
yes.
is very
Some
nice.
jelly in the one pot.
Yeah, that's
element.
very nice.
There was that jelly.
So let's move to grilling.
All right.
All right.
I should put the hat back on. I should do that to talk about. I love grilling.
Ooh.
I love it. I would
We coming
grill
up.
all year round. I love yesterday was my birthday, so I had a big fat steak. I was comparing that to the steak I would make, and
Oh, how did it compare? You were at Ruth Chris, right? Steakhouse?
it might have been slightly better than one I could make,
Okay.
but I'm close.
That's
but,
just because they age it.
yeah, that's where they
Yes.
got me beat, right?
Ty, are you one of these guys that's out there when it's raining and you have your little umbrella?
I have a
under
big
your
umbrella that I put
figured
right next
that.
to the
You
grill.
can just grill all year round.
Yeah, why not? Because
So-
it's a nice taste to it, and there's different things. It's not all about red meat, but you can also grill, others.
How about turkey burgers? If I come over, will you make me a turkey? Because I don't eat red meat. I only do the turkey burgers. So you have to make that
I would do
for me,
it
Ty.
just for you, Melissa.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, but I
Thank
wouldn't
you.
put a turkey burger on my grill.
Normally.
But because we're Gabsters,
Right,
I
we
got
can
you.
Gabsters together. We
I'll
can
put
do
a
it.
couple side for you.
Ian has this big smoker. If you
I
saw the smoker,
love
it is a
those.
life size. It
Yes.
goes on the back of your car. It has like a trailer to it.
Yeah. Ooh.
And he does ribs and all kinds of barbecue
that's-
all day long.
That's next level.
Next
I'm
level.
not a smoker on the grill, so he's
See,
impressive. I got to see what he
This
does.
will give you that little
gotta invite me
hint
over for
of
that.
taste that you got from the restaurant.
Exactly.
Is that right?
Yes.
It's aged and
It's
he does it
aged.
So
all
I gotta
day
get there.
long. So yeah, I really, everybody enjoys that. Again, I don't eat the red meat, and then we do regular barbecue as well. How about you?
Some safety tips maybe for grilling, like don't put your grill next to your wooden fence. Or,
Well, it's very interesting. You don't put it too
careful.
close to the house at all, which is
Right.
the safety
Yes.
tip. But something really great about cooking healthy. There's a lot of great
Yes.
vegetables that you can put on there. for
Yeah,
healthy
love it.
living.
That's a part
I
of
do
grilling.
asparagus and all kinds of tomatoes on there
Same.
and onions with all of the different sauces, and it's so delicious. So there's
I
a lot of
love my
great
veggies.
vegetarian recipes for the grill as well.
Absolutely.
So I love that. I
Love
that.
the
Mushrooms
veggies.
are great.
You
on
would
the
be
grill.
okay at my place. You wouldn't get any of red meat, but I do grill vegetables.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
I look
so
forward
you
to
could
that,
just have
Ty. I
that,
need
yeah.
that invite for sure.
I consider myself somewhat of a grill master.
Ooh,
Just letting
love
folks
it.
know out there.
Yes, I love the veggies. I'm like you. I love the veggies on the grill. I can do batch after batch, and I eat those for snacks, for in my salad. And, I just love the grill. The sensation, the taste of those veggies on the grill is nothing like it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. A little olive oil, a little herbs,
Olive oil.
and you all good. But it's National Bike Time.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is. And
Yeah.
we heard something about Ty. Tell us how you get to work every day, Ty. Is this a true story?
Yeah, absolutely.
us.
That was amazing.
I absolutely love riding bikes.
Okay.
I have multiple bikes. I love riding them and on the road, not stationary. So,
Okay, right.
So I actually had about a 6.5 mile commute to work at one point, and I would ride my bike. As soon as it got nice out, as soon as the weather cleared up, I would ride my bike to work every time. Now, obviously, I wear a suit all the time, so I would
Yes.
actually kind of have a backpack on while I'm riding.
Oh, I love
just love
that.
it. I listen to
Do you
music
put
as I'm
those
going
clips
there.
on your trousers? Your
No,
pants?
you have to be careful though. You have to be careful
Yes.
on the road. You know, helmet or pads, whatever you think to make you safe, and also be mindful of road
Rules.
rules.
You know, there is a
Absolutely.
one day that's dedicated to
Yes.
ride your bike to work day, and that's May
Really?
20th.
Oh.
So it's, so that's
Are you
one
gonna
day
do that?
mine's a little distance. Yeah, I have to go on the main highway,
have?
so I don't know. So I do ride my bike on the canal around the
Oh,
neighborhood,
yes,
but when
that's
my
beautiful.
daughter
great.
was so much younger, I did it more often. I put it on the bike rack, we went down to the canal, which is right at the end of my street, but it's interesting, I don't do it as much. I walk every day, but I don't bike as much as I would like to,
Not
so I
too
need
late.
to definitely do it this month.
We can start something. A GAB Show can start something since May is National
Yes.
Bike Ride
Let's
Month.
do
What
it.
is the
Let's do
day?
it.
May
Let's start.
20th?
Friday, May 20th is the day.
Oh,
But you
okay.
can start today.
Yeah, we
You
can
can-
start. start today. Absolutely.
That is right. So what do they do like in May 20th? Are they all getting somewhere and you know and riding like
People are going to work. I mean, that's everybody
Okay.
that's interested in doing it. I mean,
like how there's
it's
like-
not mandatory in New
It's
Jersey.
not
Right.
mandatory. Okay.
Yes, it's not.
It's not mandatory, but it is something.
I
if
go
you're-
around my house and that's my
Exactly.
commute.
I think everybody should ride that day, and we should definitely
would be
take.
pretty
Yeah,
cool.
we'll do a little commercial about like how good it is for your health and to be outside.
So-
It's not that
Absolutely.
hard to do. Like Ty said, people that ride stationary, that is so darn
know,
boring
I
unless
know-
you're in the gym
I lo-
and
I
you're
love-
sweating it up. In the house, unless you're outside.
I like
You know,
that.
I
like
love
the
to be
nature.
I
outside.
love when you go to New York and they have also those bikes,
City bikes.
where the city bikes. So you go to any major city and you can just, put your little credit card, take the bike and run around the city with your bike. I think
Yes.
that is awesome.
No,
yeah.
I've never done that.
You
but
never
but
done
I'm in
that?
the city every week, and
Oh, you
I
should
see
try.
folks riding around all the time.
And if
You're a
you
little
go-
jealous about that,
Yes.
aren't you, Ty?
And
You
if
want
you
Yeah, I'm
to
there
be-
for other purposes, so I can't have the fun
Exactly.
of riding around.
And
so.
if you go to like Amsterdam is known for just going to your
Yes.
work with your bike and going anywhere and everywhere with your bike. Meaning they really make it, the bike is more important than their
Yeah.
car.
It's funny, yeah,
You know,
because the roads are
right.
so small. And when I
Yes.
was in Amsterdam, it was many years ago, I definitely
Right.
noticed there's, even back then, there's a lot more people that walk to work, that ride their bikes to work, and
Right.
we're definitely
It
all
helps with
about
your
the,
health,
the
too.
car. Yeah, it's good
And
for your health.
we here we have parks, we have the canals,
Yes, Veterans Park. and,
yes.
Seeing Gardens. There's a lot of places you can ride and be safe if you're not so
Good on the
inclined to do
road.
it on the road.
on the road.
The trails
Yeah.
are a good place. There's so many
Yeah,
trails.
put a
throughout
rack on the back of the
tri-state area.
car and go to a park, and you can do a few miles.
Yeah.
It's
And
pretty
you
neat.
talk about traveling to
Yes.
different countries and what's going on. How about the Cannes Film Festival?
Oh my God! And
That's
you were
happening
there
in May.
last year, I believe.
Yeah, so last summer I
Tell me about
went with
it.
my daughter to
Yes.
France on the Riviera, and we went to some of the beaches and some of the restaurants and the shops. I love shopping, obviously. But tell us a little bit about the festival,
Yeah,
the
so
film festival.
the Cannes Film Festival, just to give you a little bit of pointer versus what we have here with the Oscar, right? Is first of all, it's an international. So all producing movies and actors and everything comes to Cannes, who is on the Riviera, and present their film to be nominated and winning. And America actually has few film enter into the competition, but it is such an amazing sensation to be in Cannes, on the Riviera, seeing all those stars coming in. And we at the Oscar has the red carpet.
Right.
But at the film festival, Cannes Film Festival, you need to go up those thousands of stairs,
Yes.
before you
Oh.
enter the building. We at the Oscar has Marilyn Monroe. At the film festival, at the Cannes Film Festival, we have Brigitte Bardot or
Yes.
Catherine Deneuve. So people like that. So, but what is very interesting is actually the fact that it is an international platform. And that creates a movement into our world of producing film and all kind of documentaries.
Is it
Yes.
a good opportunity for maybe new filmmakers as
Yes.
well, correct?
A lot of independent filmmakers,
Right.
Yes.
documentaries.
So
are
like
presented.
Sundance,
Yes,
same thing.
that's-
You do do have a category for entering as a new company, a new producer, and so on and so on, a new artist.
And you may have some up and coming, so you can say,
Yeah.
I met them before.
Well,
They
you
became so
can
famous."
only meet them when they get to here, because the whole event is completely VIP and roped up and no public.
So you saying I
Yes.
wouldn't be
They wouldn't let you
VIP?
in, Ty.
I wouldn't be VIP.
No, you couldn't go there. If you didn't have a specific job to do, to elect or vote or whatever, then you couldn't be there as just a
So
public.
you just experience the excitement of that time.
Of the
but not in
time.
there.
So what happened is that people from all around Europe
Beautiful.
and the world comes and they really are,
Festive.
you know, festive,
That's why they
you know,
call it
and
festive.
they
Yeah,
want to be
exactly.
like, hey, watch me, I'm here.
And a lot of interesting actors and actresses
Yes.
come out of that, different than what you see
Yeah.
at the Oscars or somewhere
Yes.
here in the United States, because it's
It's
well-rounded and it's
international.
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 Yeah, that
it's
makes
cool to
it
watch.
Yes, absolutely.
bigger event.
Yeah. What else do we have on our bill today in question of spring events? Anything you guys are going to do? Fun?
I'm going to actually now look, since you asked the question, I'm going to look for a couple of bike rides that are always coming up in the spring. So you know how there's always a walk for charity or
Yes.
to raise funds? There's also a lot of like bike charities that you can
Yes.
go to and participate
Yeah.
in. So you got me excited.
That's
I broke
exciting.
my bike out. I wanna do it.
In spring, always like to think about vacations and where I'm going to go for the summer. And I take a girls' trip every spring. And this year we're going to Nashville.
All right.
So I'm going to have to
That's
borrow
where I
that
got-
hat.
that's
Bring
where
that
I
hat
got
on
mine.
over here. But Nashville is just going to be amazing. I'm going with two of my girlfriends. We're staying just for 3 days, but it's really a bonding experience. I mean, usually we go to a place where we can go to a spa, but this is going to be a lot of restaurants, a lot of music.
Going to be on Broadway.
Yes, I
That's
used
a
to
great
do some singing in my day, so I
That's
may
right.
even get up there on stage. I can't say that I haven't been practicing, just in case someone says, Melissa, get up here. I have some country songs I didn't know before that I'm learning.
And you're going to have to get a pair of new boots.
Oh, I have many
Don't go and
boots.
not
I
get
have many
another
boots.
You got to
authentic
buy
set.
a new pair.
But I will buy a new pair.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
something that I actually have on my list,
You
is
gotta do it.
shopping for new pairs, so I can always say that I got it in Nashville on this trip. I always like to buy something that I keep for years and remember the trip by. So
That's
I'm
where I
thrilled to be
got
doing
mine
that.
from.
Well, thank you for watching the GAB. It was a great honor to be here on with you today. And make sure you follow us on the GAB Show Facebook page, as well as all our other social media.
Thank you for being with us.
Yes.